Hello friends, now we are going to study Gauss seidel method part 4. In this topic, when PV buses will be present. So this will be important because PV bus is present. So this is bus number 1, this is bus number 2 and this is bus number 3, and correspondingly we have written all the specified quantities near the buses. So specified quantities V1 del 1, P2 V2 and P3 Q3. And unspecified quantities will be P1 Q1, Q2 del 2 and V3 del 3. So now we have to find out these values. So first we will take initial guess. So initial guess will be taken to those quantity which are voltages and angle. So initial guess is del 2 naught, V3 naught and del 3 naught, and we have given V1 del 1 and V2. So first of all, on this bus 2 we do not have the value of Q2. So we will start the first iteration. The value of Q2 1 will be equal to minus of imaginary part of V2 conjugate into I2. So this is how we can calculate the value of Q2 1, and this has two conditions. The first one is if Q2 lies within the limit, and the second one is Q2 lies outside the limit. So first one is Q2 lies within the limit, then what will happen? If Q2 lies within the limit, it means this bus number 2 that will remain as PV bus. We know that the first one will be slack bus and the second one will be PV bus. If Q2 lies within the limit, what does it mean? It means this will remain PV bus and we do not need to calculate this value V2. So what we have to calculate from bus 2 is, that is del 2. So angle of del 2 we will calculate. So del 2 1 will be equal to 1 upon Y22. Here P2 minus J into Q2 calculated, Q2 1 in the PQ bus. Here Q2 always, whatever the bus load bus, this Q bus was specified, but in this case we calculated this value, so here we will put the calculated value P2 minus J Q2 upon V2 conjugate of 0 minus Y of 21 V1 minus Y of 23 V3 naught. So from here we will calculate a magnitude V2 and one angle V2 1. So this not required because this is specified. So from here we calculated del 2 1, and now next iteration, that is we will calculate the value of V3 1, and V3 1 will be equal to 1 upon Y33. Always remember P2 minus J into Q3, because it is given, Q3 is given because it is load bus. So V3 conjugate 0 minus Y of 3 to V2. What we will put the value of V2 here, and we will put the value of V2 is, that is V2 specified, and the angle will be equal to del 2 1. Always remember, and minus Y of 3 1 V1. So from here we can calculate the value of V3 1 and del 3 1. So same, if we will compare this del 2 V3 and del 3 and this satisfied the condition, then this will be the answer, and correspondingly we can calculate the loss. And if not, if Q2 lies outside the limit, then what will happen? If Q2 lies outside the limit, then what will happen? If Q2 lies outside the limit, let us assume it violated the maximum value. So we will put the maximum value, and if Q2 violated the limit, this V bus, this 2 bus number will not be the PV bus, this will convert into PQ bus. We have studied in the classification of PV buses. So right now what we can do, we need to calculate this V2 value, because this V2 value will change. So V2 1 will be equal to Y of 22 P2 minus J into Q2 max. We will write here the Q2 max because it violated the maximum value. So here it will be V2 conjugate 0 minus y of 2 1 V1 minus y of 2 3 V3 naught. So from here we calculated the value of V2 1 and del 2 1. This is the value of V2 1. And next is V2 1 and then the next is V3 1, and the V3 1 will be equal to 1 upon Y33 P3 minus J into Q3 upon V3 conjugate 0 minus Y of 3 2 V2. So here it will we will write this value V2 1 minus Y of 3 1 V1. So here we will calculate the magnitude of V3 1 and del 3 1. So what we will do is we will just compare this del 2, this V3 and this del 3. If these satisfied the condition, then this will be the answer, and correspondingly we can calculate the value of P1, Q1 and the P loss and Q loss. So this is how we will approach to Gauss-Seidel method part 4. Thank you.